is, so you know. But yeah, guys, that's basically what I'm expecting. Let's take a quick look at US 30. I know we had this, it went like 100 pips in profit and then it fell. I don't remember, honestly, if I said to get out. I should have, but bueno.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely should have started this a while ago. Wait, talk. I'm doing something.
Oh, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, oh, you sent it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Cool.
If you want the screen, let me know.
Yeah, I'll take the screen off. I'll just message. Oh, but we got friends from Morocco on TV as well.
You should be able. You should be able to screen share.
Oh,
you
yeah.
should be. There you go.
Why is it not allowing me? System preferences, great stuff. Give me a second, please. Interesting.
Fuck. Oops.
Right. Okay.
Crap. Sorry, guys.
You share it for now. Can't get it to work.
What is up, guys? Sorry for the late start as your screen share is loading. What the What's up, guys? Sorry for the late start. Like I mentioned, I was stuck at the Apple store and then there happened to be a fire drill or something right while I was there. But yeah, as I was mentioning to our FF family members, the best team in the world, that I'm just looking for a strong rejection from this 6-1 and this top of this daily order block. This is a top of a daily order block, DOB top, right? Cool. Well, you can see it right here. Now I know we had an interest rate hike, which just stayed the same. Which is the reason for an impulse to the downside. However, what I am looking for out of the press conference where you have Mr. JP speak is that I am looking to see if he does continue to confirm that they are wanting to do lower rate hikes and at a slower pace, which would be bearish for the dollar, bullish for gold, and gives us reason to continue buying. Now, it's very possible that I just missed the best buy we would have had here at 97, right at that 100 EMA. But one thing I tell all of the Forex funded members to do is whatever time frame you're looking to trade for news, wait for at least one candle to close on that. So what I mean by that is if you're trying to trade on 5 minute, wait to get the close on 5 minute, right? I'm looking for a 15-minute setup. So I need a 15-minute candle to close. So I have 22 seconds left. And as always, this is not financial advice, right? And we're just telling you what we think might happen, right? If you want financial advice, go elsewhere. We don't provide that, the whole disclaimer thing, which I should have said first for all you YouTube people. So we will see what happens. Mr. Awais has provided a sell zone and a buy zone for us. And if you would like, I can outline that very quickly for you guys, right? We have a buy zone that is right here, which is a Awais strategy, right? If you want to learn more about that, click the link in the description of this and you can learn exactly his strategy. Plenty of recorded videos, plenty of help. And then he also has a sell zone that's, 5-minute chart. That is right about here, I believe, right? In my sell zone, matching up with my already wanting to sell, right? So with that being said, if I don't get what I would like, which is a good rejection from this area and a push up, we will just be waiting for either the lower buy zone or we miss a trade and then wait for a sell zone, right? In terms of this 5-minute chart, we can see that we have a minor support resistance forming right here. Now, you can also see if you pull it up just a little bit, there's your broken support, right? Pull it over, make it make sense a little. I got to go to 15. Sorry, guys. I can't do 5. You guys know me. I just can't. I already have this level marked up. What am I doing? Right here, you have your last resistance that you broke and that you retested once for a nice little buy, twice for another nice little buy. So first possibility, if you're really trying to sell, is look for a retest of that to the downside. And then vice versa, look for a break up, a retest, and continuation higher, right? Take a screenshot if you want it, right? I can't promise we're going to get an entry down here because we don't push entries just because we want to click buttons. All right. We trade when we have confluences to back our trades. And right now I don't have any. But if you're just tuning in and you're like, I want to get out, I don't want to hear this Russian talk, that's what you should do. If we can get another test of that order block top right here and to also fill that wick a bit, that's where I would probably take my first buy with the stop loss. I'll call it 1795. And then in terms of where I would like it to test, I like 50% of the wick when you have a wick like that, which we might have already hit. Now we only hit that little 38. So I'll put a little box in there just to help y'all out, right? Here would be nice. If we can get one retest of that level, I would look to buy. But like I mentioned, it's entirely possible that we have one of the two scenarios we outlined, where you just retest this level and fall further, or you just have a rocket, and then that rocket would mean you can look to buy the retest. Right. So if you're following me still, that means there's 3 potential trades we have, right? One from here, a buy from this level. We have a possible sell from this level as well. Oh my God. Oops. Or we have the second buy, which would be, you would expect the support resistance to break back above it. And if you get that retest of that same area, you would look to buy. 3 separate things that I am looking for, right? Now, in a time like this where you have numbers and then you have a speech, there's no need to worry, no need to try and be impatient, right? As soon as Mr. Powell starts speaking in 12 minutes, it's going to get even more hectic than it was already. So just wait for the setup. If the setup doesn't present itself, you're not losing anything, right? You're only saving capital for later. Yeah, you might quote unquote miss a move, but did you really miss a move if you didn't have a setup? I didn't, because I'm not in the move. I'm not in the game of gambling. I'm in the game of probability and consistency. And consistency doesn't come from just placing buys and sells because you feel like it. I don't know if a waste would like to add on to that, but that's where I'm at.
Now you basically mentioned everything that I've got to even say. Ideally, you can see prices pushing up now. Let's see. So look, right.
If you want the screen, let me know. I don't know if you figure it out.
Yeah, I'll have to restart it. So
no worries, no worries. Just tell me where you like me if you need me to change anything around.
No, everything looks fine. So what we're going to see is you're going to see what happens from 7:30 or in 10 minutes, wherever you guys are. I feel like price is trying to push back up here. Yeah, likely could push up. Now, if it depends how fast this push is. If this push basically pushes all the way up towards, that sell zone that we had marked and continues through without slowing down, because that's what usually will happen at this time, it should just sort of continue and just keep climbing. I would say you could get a reaction around about 1820. And again, as a reaction, I'd take it lightly because price could continue pumping towards the nearest high. If you see price pushing that high while you're in the sells, I'd look to sort of plan for your exit strategy there, because once we start finding that 1820 again, it's likely that we'll continue higher towards 1830 and even higher than that. So for now, obviously there's no setup. This is sometimes can be the problem when we can go live. There was no setup even prior FOMC for me as well, because as you can see, all of today and yesterday we were just ranging after the CPI release. So hopefully see what we can get in the next half an hour. If we don't see anything, then we just sort of wait, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wait until we get another setup. Could we sell if price goes to price retraces? I'm not feeling confident on the sells, to be honest, because price has loads of liquidity still left above 1813, and basically that fib right there is kind of outlining all the liquidity from 1813 above 1813. Sorry, you see that silver line that you got on the 236 fib. Yeah. It's basically like triple top heaven there. So that's like pure liquidity. So I'm sure price will want to push above there, and that sort of goes in line with our buy setup. Now the idea is if price wants to push down now, like, oh, look at that, so many dollar signs, man. If price wants to push down, that would be more favorable because we can retest that CPI volume, and it's like we can, this is like it's retracement for it, and that will go well towards my sort of setup, and we're sort of targeting that liquidity. But it's more of a waiting game now, so time to sit back, relax. Also watching the France and Morocco game. Not sure who else is. Let me know in the comments on the live chat or on the Zoom
I don't know
chat.
nothing about soccer, but let's go Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco all the way, boys. But yeah, other than that, we're waiting. So let's see what happens in the next 7 minutes.
I wonder what the YouTube comments are saying. I don't even have it open in another window. Check XRP. I'm sorry, man. I don't trade crypto. I wouldn't be able to inform you on what I think is happening there. I really wouldn't. I used to trade Bitcoin, but I only like to trade cryptos when they're trending. Like if you're super bullish, I can help you out. If you're super bearish, I can help you out. If you're just fucking around in a $3,000 range like that, I don't scalp that. That's not for me. Sorry. I'm Forex and gold, and I'm Forex, gold, and US 30. And even that, the Forex pairs I trade are all right here. It's all GBP pairs. Which, if we're going to switch things, we've been getting pretty good with them. I mean, we've always been good, but right, this was a buy we sent yesterday, which exceeded our TP. Sorry, that's a lie. Not yet. And then we had a GN that we had bought that we had then sold from here, and we took our partials here. We moved our stop to break even, and then we hit a break even, right? So, if you look at the free Telegram that we have in the description, like you can see these trades, right? I'm not going to say you'll see signals because we don't send those there, but you can see that, I'm not lying about this, right? And I mean, GJ, there was a potential buy that we was talking about here, but then, it just didn't come into fruition. So I didn't take it. Nothing really for me to do there. And now that we have this US news, that's all I'm really looking at. In terms of US 30, we are at the top of a daily order block, and we are respecting this prior daily low. So I'm a little, and I'm not gonna even call it a gambling mood, but I am in a little bit more of a risky mood, right? Oh, that's 174 pips. I don't know about that. Never fucking mind. But I was going to say you could try and take that up to this order block that would form if you close down here, or just that liquidity at the top right there. I'm not a fan of the stop loss being so huge, and I'm not okay with putting it right here
Not
because
mine.
often
Yeah,
you will
yeah.
see, oh my God, Oasis. Often you will see you hunt the lows and then you just bounce off of them, right? So I guess you could make it 150, but still I would prefer to put it at the previous candle right here. But I prefer to use the two as confluences, right? Um, So what I mean by that is if we think we're ready for a gold buy, US 30 should show similar, right? If we think we're gonna go for a sell on gold, US 30 should look like a sell, especially in these news times. But yeah, that's pretty much where I am at for today. Not always will you get a perfect setup for news. I mean, just taking a quick glance at this prior price action right here, I think the only thing that you could really talk about would be a possible fib, and it was just 50%. You had a lot of indecision right before, and if you were more fundamental based, then yeah, you could have had a setup, but I am not. I'm 75 technicals, 25 fundamentals, which that's just my personal preference. And what price action is telling me right now, right? Don't take my word for all it's worth, right? But a price action is telling me, right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a possible fifth candle trying to go higher, which it can't. So that should be a good indication that we can smack back down here and look at a possible buy. But it's also possible that we look back on it and say, well, damn, there was our one wick that we should have sold. But I'm not a one wick wonder, right? I want 2 or 3 wicks, 2 or 3 rejections of a level before I'm getting in it, right? What I mean by that is if we have another wick here, like, oh, that's fucked. If we have another push up, then maybe I would, right? And if I was really trying to go for everything, I would look for that third. And on that third, I would risk, right? Because at the end of the day, my stop loss has to be above the prior highs. So if I'm on a 5-minute chart, the prior highs are right here. So I really want extra confirmation considering my first TP would be down here. It's just a little 1-to-1, and we're not a big fan of those, right? So if the setup's not there, don't push it. You know what I mean? I mean, contrary to what all your favorite Instagram traders are going to tell you, like you don't got to enter a trade every day. And even then, we entered some trades today, and then they were all, can't say they all were profitable, but for the day were profitable, right? Because like I mentioned, I sent that where was it? I think it was GN, GA, I don't remember. Yeah, this second GN sell, or the first GN sell, right? If you wouldn't have taken your partials, then you would have got a break even. So that's not profitable. You know what I mean? Or if you didn't take partials on the buy that we had, I believe it was a 5-minute. We had a 5-minute buy from this level right here, right? It looks something like this. It was in one of these candles. The stop was below here. And I'll be honest, we were targeting 500. We were targeting this order block over here, which is like a 1-hour order block. Right. And I mentioned I sent them how we're 100 pips in profit. And if maybe it's not a 1 hour, maybe it's 30. I'm confused now. Maybe 15. There we go. 15. See, I was a little off. It was a 15-minute trade. It was from that middle candle, right? Then, yeah, okay. But if you got to understand that I'm not an account manager, I'm here to provide you what I'm doing, and you need to learn how to manage those trades. Right? If I tell you we're 50 pips in profit, you should take some partials. But all the FF family members know that. And when I look through the profits, all I see is blues, looking like we're straight out of an Avatar movie, as Mr. Oasis says. But yeah, I'm going to keep my eye on this US 30. Hopefully we can see a little bit of a bounce to the upside and then maybe get to buy this gold. I'm not really a 5-minute fan either. I'm 15-minute hour. 15 to 4 is where I like to shine. I don't even like 15. I'm really a 1 hour and 4 hour guy. But hey, sometimes you make an exception. Oasis, if you're back, you can talk whenever you want.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Nothing. You carry on.
I'm just, I don't want to say I'm just filling the time, but I mean, just going to go in a circle at this rate. All right. So we are starting with the press conference, and I don't listen to them because I'm not trying to figure out what he's saying. I will just see how the traders that matter react to the situation. What is this shared a note thing on Instagram? Florida man arrested after he allegedly hit his wife with a Christmas tree after she asked to help with making dinner.
No way.
Only in Florida.
Yeah.
Good sunshine state. No, that's what they call California, isn't it? I don't even know. We're like no, Georgia's the peach state. Yeah, we're the sunshine state. But hey. Oh, we cleared that. Oh my, that might look a lot more juicy now. I could see a push from there. If this 5-minute can close above that wick, that body, I would potentially buy it. That body right there. You got to close above that, and then I would look at buying. It would be one of those decisions where you have to get in right away, or you probably just see a pump. All right. And in the first area I would look to take profit would be 38%. Right. So right in here, prior support resistance even. But I'm not really sure yet. You know, I actually lied. There was a sell setup that presented itself, and I lied because I forgot to send it to the members and I didn't even enter. But if you know Forex Funded and you know how we like to trade, you had I'll just do it on this chart. You had a 1 hour right here that we look at to sell. And you came to it, and on this wick is where I would have sold, and I would have, I mean, it's exactly what I have here. My stop loss would have been above this wick, and I would have looked to take it to this, no wick candle right there. So there was a setup. I lied just a little bit, but not in a bad way. I kind of forgot about it, and I didn't enter it. But that's the only setup I had saw, and I didn't send it because I wasn't really a fan of taking that a couple hours prior to news when I know that everyone's really just waiting for the news. But yeah, that's pretty much what I teach in FF. Is my strategy is primarily based off liquidity, right? The market moves from liquidity to liquidity, so let's teach you how to spot good liquidity, trade that, and then take it to the next liquidity level, right? That's exactly how we got our trades on GN and GA last night, right? You can see right here, we had a 4-hour level. We broke below it. We took all this liquidity, and then I was looking for us to take a trip to the top from there, right? And the timing, if you look at the timing of when this happened, right, just look at 1300, so 1 o'clock. Look over here, and it's the same timing, right? 1300 had your big push. I mean, timing's a little bit off, right?
But you have a look at gold, mate. Sorry,
yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it in the corner of my. Oh shit! All right. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I think y'all know what I'm about to do. I really need to wait for this fucking 26 seconds so it doesn't ruin me. Oh boy.
It's up to you. See what you can do. See the reaction first, or you can wait for a candle to close. Because if it pushes that low, I'm going to buy lower.
Yeah, it needs to close. It needs to close in, like, it needs to close above that box for me to really want to enter. And right there, tell me I don't really want that entry. I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. I feel like it might push lower.
It did extend lower.
Yeah, I'm not looking for that anymore. If anything, this area is going to act as that broken support, turn at resistance, and fall lower to our zone down at 87.
Yep. Yeah, I'm
Or we're
gonna
just gonna
whack
play
limits.
games. You know what I mean? Play our little
Whack
fucking
limits
price
there.
action games. Oh, US 30 took a hard fall. And as I mentioned, that 5 minute didn't close above it. It dumped. So why would I want to look for it? That, if anything, tells me gold's gonna fall hard too. So maybe I should look for sells, but I'm not a big fan of that flip flop trading myself, right? If I feel like it's going to push lower to 87, I'll wait for 87 rather than try and risk my tits out.
Yeah.
Ah, bueno. Market looking dead. Yeah, that's kind of true. Just fuckery right now. Everyone's trying to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, it looks like this thing might play for a bit and just go back down to 87. Don't need retracement. I'll see is back at 87. So I'm just going to play some limits. So I'm going to have to jump off on this. Thought we could get a nice reaction right at the start, but there was nothing. All right, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, so you got that from there. We've also got one. All right, CPI candle. Where is that candle?
Which one though? On what chart? On what time frame?
The actual release candle.
I mean, the candle we're in right now on hour.
No, the CPI.
On 5 minute.
If you go left, if you go left.
Oh, CPI.
Yeah, CPI.
That's over here. My bad.
So that actual big candle is right 90. All right. Yeah.
89.
See, that's an order block in itself, you see. So
yeah.
That could be a Z, wink, wink. But I'd rather extend lower because it could fill it, you see, when it usually just fills the candle and then has the move. So that's the only setup I see. Can't see anything else. If not, we'll just see what market does overnight and then trade it tomorrow.
We're still sitting at the top of that daily order block, but the bottom of it extends all the way down to that 80 price we want. So that's where it's a little bit tricky for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Not like that.
Is this mic not mute? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I mute it from my headset, but it doesn't mute it.
Oh yeah, that's the top. That's the wick to body on that order block. So that's another reason why we could easily pump from this level. That 100 moving average is also really throwing me off. I really do want to. I just know the second that I buy, we're going to hunt the liquidity of me buying and I'm going to get frustrated. So, in these moments, whenever I'm unsure of it, me just placing a trade isn't necessarily going to end well. So just hold out. You know what I mean? It's never going to hurt you if you miss a trade. It's only going to hurt you if you rush a trade because your ego is getting in the way and you're saying, well, I need to trade. I need to catch this move. Imagine you're trading $1 million account, right? Where 1% is, someone's monthly salary. Then you don't really care for catching every single move in the market. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Yeah, man. No worries.
Yeah. So that's all I mean. I say you just wait on it, man, because it doesn't look too good. And
I'm going to stay here for the end of the hour and see exactly how this hour candle closes.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it
and see if maybe we get anything.
I'll mention it,
of course, and see if maybe we can get some kind of something. But
yeah,
I don't know at this point.
Now, so.
Yeah.
Right. Yep, that's the setup for me. The SL probably
something like that at 77.
Yeah, a little higher. It doesn't need to be too extended because it could be an 80. If it goes further than that, then that's just overextending to break lower. It ruins the whole structure. Maybe.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's all good. Just letting everyone else know. Right. Hopefully we can do more of these and hopefully we can be on time next time. Right.
So I'll be on time next time. I won't go to the Apple store an hour before, but
yeah, there's no setup prior, but it's going to be a slow month anyway because it's Christmas. Anyway, this is probably the last time you hear from me before Christmas. But
yeah, you're going on another vacation, Mr. Passport Stamps.
Gotta collect them all. All right. I'm gonna jump off now, guys. Catch you in a bit. Have fun with Peter. Peace.
As you guys can tell on YouTube, we have two mentors, and one of them's in America and one of them's in London. So we got you covered. I'm still interested in this buy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm interested in it, but this wick scares. I don't want to say scares me. That's not the right word. But everyone knows. Well, not everyone, but any retail trader like us that would buy from here, they would put their stop loss right below there. So if the market wanted to say "fuck you," take their stops and then push, it could easily do that. You know, you could easily have a hedge fund, an institution place a fat sell just to collect that, and then you're fucked. And as I was saying, I don't ever push trades. If I'm not 100% confident, I'm just not going to want to take the trade. Oh, wow. Nice. Which I don't think that's going to go anywhere. If you look at I'll give you a little on my strategy. So one, you have that wick to body, you have liquidity there, and you had a big move that came from it. And then at the same time, you have an order block that's right here, right there, right? So if anything, if I wanted to buy, if I'm wrong and it does shoot, I'd look for it to shoot up, retest, and then boom, I would get in on that retest. But we'll see. You know what I mean? If we're just gonna fucking be all weird on oh my God, I'm sorry about the cussing. I forgot. If we're going to just be weird, then let it be weird. It's like if one of you, if your significant other is being weird, don't argue with them. Just let them be weird and figure it out later. The same concept applies in the market. It's not worth your stress and time to argue with someone. You know what I mean? I think we're coming for this on if gold does one at the 87 US 30 will come for this level. That 33,476. Hmm. I'm also not a big scalper. I know there's a lot of people who would easily eat up this price action right here. They would have went for that 40, 50 pip sell, maybe 60. I don't know. I know a lot of people who would go for that, but that's just not my trading style. And I'm not going to do it just because you can, you know what I mean? Oh, excuse me. That's what separates me from people who lose all the time is I stick to my instinct. My instinct tells me consistency is what keeps you profitable. So I'm not just going to do some random whatever, trade just because I want. Right. So there's our second retest of that support resistance. Just got to see what happens in a minute. Because if you close in it, you're more likely to go up higher. Right. If you reject it again, then I might be interested in a sell and I would use the high as a stop loss. Sort of like you had here. If you close below it, that next candle, you could short with the stop above it, and then you would have an area to target, which was the lows. You would have the same kind of setup. Make sense? If it doesn't make sense, then I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what you guys are saying on YouTube. I'm going to be 100% honest. Guess I should go look. Nothing. Cool. I don't got to keep looking at it. All 8 of you, thanks for tuning in. It's all right. I know we don't do these as often as I like. That's what happens when you fall in love with a 38-year-old from a different country. Oh, well. Bags over bitches, though, right? So we closed below and I wasn't paying attention, but you could have shorted the open and the stop above here. So You would have shorted the open, stopped just above that wick. And then me, I would have targeted that blue box again, right? Trade would have looked like that. I'm not in it and it's too late to enter it. But if you do retest the same area, or if you have a weird close, not even retest, if you just look, I don't even want to advise doing that because it doesn't make any sense to me. I feel that this is going to go higher, like I mentioned. I know it's a sell zone, but I don't like it. So I'm not going to advise y'all to do that. I'm not going to even really talk about it. I'd rather, if anything, be proven that I'm right in the fact that you don't ever break this low, you go higher, and then I get in on the buy, right? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't see the future. If I could, trust me, I wouldn't be a teacher. I would be someone who's on an island with $800 million because I know everything that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I feel this is going higher. That's just me. Almost feels like 1 hour could be some kind of distribution phase. I also really hate the 5 minute. It gives me anxiety, not anxiety per se, but like, you know what I mean? Like it makes me like flip every 2 minutes and I don't like it. I'm 15 minute is the lowest time frame that I like because I'm not a scalper. 5 is perfect for scalpers. That ain't me. Oops, sorry. We're really hugging that moving average on 15. That's another thing I like. Moving averages really start to play a part 15 and higher. How bad would it look? Oh, wow. 60 pips. I don't know about all that. I really do like it though. Like I'm thinking in my head, like, do I want to just trust my instinct and take the buy? If I did, it would be very high risk. I'd use a very low lot size. Oh, wow, that hurts my eyes. I know y'all on the FF Live is like, wow, you were quiet about that. Duh. I'm on YouTube. I ain't gonna tell them what we doing. They gotta pay for our knowledge. Plus, if they're using their mind, they would have known what we did. But hey, and I have it right there for them. But hey, if they don't want to use their eyes, then I can't help them out. You know what I mean? I provide the plate, but I can't eat for them. I don't know. We'll fucking see. Oops, there I go. Get demonetized with 1,000 subscribers. Who cares? Because I know I don't. I get a little worried though. If we tap back into this area for the 1, 2, 3, if it doesn't break above it, we're gonna fall. So I might hedge it with a sell if that ends up happening. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh boy. Y'all watch that show called Elite? It's great. It's fucking great. That and Trailer Park Boys. Well, I mean, everyone watches Trailer Park Boys, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I should have checked US 32. Oh, I can take these fucking headphones off now. Oh, there I go, just swearing up a storm. Oh, thank God. Come on, Big Daddy. We need you to close above this box. God damn it, not the third one. Let me just continue to down this Red Bull and ask why I'm shaking over here. Excuse me. Looks like Dow goes down. Don't tell me that. Yeah, I'm hoping it goes. I mean, if it goes down, I'm hoping it grabs off of here and maybe we can get a buy or it just starts going up. I mean, for now, we're doing all right, but we need to get above this level and stop fucking with it. But you know how that be. Hoping 500 area. Yeah, that's pretty much where I would see it going. I think I said 475. Yeah, 476 is where I think if it decides to destroy this, it's going down there. And then with that, gold would go down to 87. Excuse me. There we go. Nice little break to the upside. Fucking hate this chart. That close is fucking me off. Hold on. Wasn't the best close I could have hoped for. Now we got this fat ass fucking wick to fill too. don't know. Well, I think this is where I'm going to end the stream, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed what you saw, check the links in the description. Join the FF fam, join the free Telegram, check out our Instagram, ask your questions, comments, concerns, whatever it may be. But we hope to see some of you guys on board as our newest family members. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time.